Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the Twin Flame Daily Tarot. My name is Tony, and this is the Twin Flame Daily Forecast for Monday, December 14th, 2020. However, anytime you are here is exactly when you are intended to be here because time is limitless. So welcome to my table. As I said, my name is Tony, and this is the Twin Flame Forecast. First, we're going to pull for our Divine Feminine. Next, we'll pull for our Divine Masculine. And lastly, we'll pull a few cards for our collective Twin Flames. If you see a deck of cards that you like, I'll link them down below in the description. And when I refer to the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine, divine means holy, feminine and masculine do not refer to one specific gender. So I said my piece. So are we ready to get going for this reading? Because this is a super special day. Today is, in my time, date, and place, is Monday, December 14th, 2020, which means today is the solar eclipse in Sagittarius. It's that Sagittarius moon and Sagittarius sun, and what an exciting day because I myself am a Sagittarius. So we have on the table included today, I included some fire quartz to represent Sagittarius, and I included a little bit of, well, let me just put it anywhere, a little bit of moonstone. Hang on, feels like it's gonna be there we go, a hand job. That just came out much more perverted than I meant it to. Okay, we're gonna jump right ahead. Let's get our table set. Alrighty, here I am again saying that I'm gonna go buy sage and still haven't gotten around to it. I promise I will at some point. We're just gonna keep on using the little pieces of sage that we have left. Want not, waste not, or waste not, want not. Isn't that what they say? All right, let's do this. We clear, we bless, we protect this space. We clear, we bless, we protect this space. And I'm going to clear, bless, protect, activate, and fully align all my chakras and energetic work grid systems. Beautiful. All right, headphone users, let's go ahead and turn down that volume while we set the tone for this reading. Nice. Lastly, but not leastly, let's set our intentions. Okay. Let's set our intentions for this reading by calling forth in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. We invite our angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, and spirits. Please join us. Please be present with us and help us to understand and interpret these messages as we receive them. I'm just like going to sing a little song today. Yeah, let's go ahead and get a sip of that tea. Beautiful. Okay. Y'all ready? Let's get this going because at first we are going to pull from the Golden Girls. You know what? I'm getting ahead of myself, but that's okay. Apparently I'm meant to read the tarot first before the oracle today. All right, that's fine. We're going to read the Golden Girls tarot for our Divine Feminine. Headphone users, let's turn down that volume while I shuffle. All right, angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit, what messages do we have for the Divine Feminine today? What messages do we have for the Divine Feminine for this Monday, December 14th, 2020? What messages do we have for our Divine Feminine? Whatever time, date, space, or place they are watching this reading. Thank you so much, angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit. We just need one card, please, for our Divine Feminine. What messages do we have for the Divine Feminine today? We need one card, please. One card on the table. One, and that's just a few too many. I can't really do three. One, please. One card, please, for our Divine Feminine. Well, we're going to take that first one that pops up, and there she goes again. Temperance. Temperance, temperance, temperance. We have seen a lot of that, haven't we? Well, part of this is because we are in the Sagittarius season. Part of that is because today we are having a solar eclipse in Sagittarius with the Sagittarius new moon. So that's part of it. You got a lot of Sagittarius energy on the table. Part of it is, though, it feels like we need to focus on taking the middle ground, the moderate approach. At the bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess, the Four of Cups, Death, and the Magician. So, yeah, let's talk about this. So, yeah, you definitely need to be, it feels like you've been trying to, it feels like you've been wanting to tap into your, or trying very much to tap into your intuition, into your higher self. But maybe you're having some resistance, maybe you're having some problems, or alternatively, your higher self is like, hello, you're too much in your head and not enough down here in your intuition, in your heart, in your moon, right? In your heart space. quit being so stubborn, quit resisting this love that I am offering you, right? So either way, it feels like either you're trying to get into that heart, into that intuitive self, or hang on, let's see, why can't you see all these cards? There we go. Feels like you've either been trying to get into that intuitive space, or your intuition has been calling you and you are kind of ignoring it. But here's the thing. It's time to stop that. It's time for, some transformation. So if you've been wanting to get into that higher intuitive self, it feels like whatever resistance has been stopping you from it is going to just poof, go away. Poof. Or if you have been resisting it, actively resisting getting into your higher self, that's just gonna poof, go away. There's definitely a big transformation, because look here, we got the Magician on the table. That's manifestation. So your higher self is about to start manifesting, and it's saying, hey, ego, I appreciate all that you've done, all the work you've done for me, keeping me alive up to this point, but it's my turn. It's my turn to be the one making the call. It's my turn to be the one who manifests my best life. So that's what Temperance is here saying. Temperance is on the table because it feels like, you've either been too much in the ego, not enough in the intuition, either willingly or unwillingly. And Temperance is here to kind of help us pick that middle path, not too far to the left, not too far to the right down the middle. All right, let's draw you a oracle card and see what that is about. We are going to pull from the Angels and Ancestors oracle cards. All right, headphone users, let's turn down that volume for the shuffle. Angels, Ancestors, Guardians, Guides, Spirit. What messages do we have for the Divine Feminine today? What messages do we have for the Divine Feminine for this Monday, December 14th, 2020? What messages do we have for the Divine Feminine in whatever time, date, space, or place they are watching this? Thank you. Y'all give me just 1 second. This sage is still burning pretty good, and we don't need our smoke detector, our fire alarm going off in the middle of the reading. That would just put a little damper on the reading. Get it? Damper? All right. Try that again. Angels, Ancestors, Guardians, Guides, Spirit, thank you. We just need one card, please, for our Divine Feminine. And you got 3, but I do want to say that I'm just, the first thing I did see is Sky Father, and it says to trust in the unknown. So, and Moon. So you got Moon coming up, and to trust in the unknown or your intuition. So, Angels, Ancestors, just like that. Okay, your messages are flying out. Divine Feminine. So you got, I'm sorry, I didn't even look at it. Oh, love it. High Priest. This is kind of like the Hierophant. This is also the Divine Masculine. This is the representation of the Divine Masculine in this deck, because they also have him. If you put the 2 cards side by side, him and the High Priestess, they make a complete picture. And so this is the representation of the Divine Masculine. But it says, High Priest, intend and create. Intend and create. So let's read about that. Let's see what that's about. High Priest, intend and create. So, just right off the bat, the first thing I hear is, intend, intuition, create, higher self. Remember, I said your higher self has been trying to come out, and there's been some resistance. You've been blocking it one way, shape, or another, and that's going to have to stop so that you can be successful. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean by that. It's time to start taking that middle path. Start listening to your intuition. I feel like you have been getting a lot of intuitive hits, and you've just been kind of pushing them away, Divine Feminine. That's kind of what the reading here says. This is the High Priest. Recognize that you have the power to change your life. Face your fear and align with light. You are the bridge between heaven and earth, and it's important for you to know that you are more powerful and connected than you may think. Everything you are giving attention and energy to at this time is creating your way forward. There have been some setbacks. There have been some setbacks. See? There have been some setbacks. But accept these as experiences that have led you to a deeper understanding of yourself and your spirit. Know that you are being guided by the ancestors to direct your thoughts and energies towards what you want to grow, heal, and expand. And then watch it happen right before your eyes. So yeah, This is your higher self calling you. This is your, this is the Hierophant, and a normal deck, the High Priest would be. But, this is getting into, that higher self and trusting. I mean, oh my gosh, how silly am I? How do I not see that you drew the High Priest and the High Priestess? My goodness. Pay attention, Tony, right? Yeah. So, hello, higher self is knocking on the door. You can quit resisting it now. Your intuition would like you to pay attention. It's time for a transformation so that you can become the magician, baby. It's time for a transformation in your way of thinking, Divine Feminine. It's time to pay attention to your intuition. I like that. It sounds like a after school special. Pay attention to your intuition. At least it should have been, right? But yeah, you're being called to pay attention to that intuition, Divine Feminine, and trying to make sure y'all can see this. There we go. And to take that middle path. It feels like maybe you are either resisting it too much, or it feels like every time you try to listen to yourself, you almost start talking over yourself. I can kind of hear that, or like you just tune yourself out, like you're receiving a thought, like you're having a thought and you're thinking it, and then you're just like on to the next thought. It's kind of what I'm hearing in my head. It's like it's not even that you're necessarily even pushing it away. It's just like you're not even acknowledging it. You're like, whatever. Ugh, I don't see you. I can't see you. It's just almost like that Two of Swords energy. You know what I mean? Like, I can't see you. Okay, well, that's enough. Do you want to be a magician or not? I mean, it's your choice, and that's a choice you can make. You can keep on ignoring yourself. You can keep on, and I don't even know that you're ignoring yourself. You can keep on just not paying attention to yourself. You're like, every time, it's like you're being ADHD to yourself. Listen to yourself. Settle your brain down. When those thoughts start coming a mile a minute, and listen, I know what I'm talking about because I'm a fire sign 1, so we're like constantly going like this. That fire burns bright some days. 2, dude, I have ADHD. I totally understand what you're talking about. Like thoughts coming in like this. I get it totally. Having said that, you have to quiet your brain. You have to still yourself, and you have to allow yourself to listen to yourself sometimes, okay? How do you know what your intuition wants if you don't actually listen, right? Okay, so Divine Feminine, your message. Trust your intuition. Pay attention to your intuition. Let's get into that high vibe and way of thinking. Let's quit resisting, quit, tuning yourselves out. It's enough of that, because baby, you're meant to be the magician. Yes, yes, yes. And also, I just want to remind you again, this is Sagittarius season. We are having the Sagittarius solar eclipse under that Sagittarius new moon. Temperance is all about Sagittarius. What's Sagittarius energy about? Expansion. Sagittarius is about seeing that global worldview. Sagittarius is about adventure and travel. And Sagittarius is about being open-minded and being willing to learn new things. So if you get nothing out of today, I hope I can give you a little bit of that Sagittarius oomph, that little bit of that. Don't be afraid. And the thing about Sagittarius is we are the centaur. We're half man, half horse. So half the time we're listening to our man, the human brain. Half the time we're listening to our animal instincts. That's what you need to do today. That's what she's all about. She's all about listening to that human brain, but also trusting those animal instincts. That's what it's about. It's time to trust that animal instinct within yourself, right? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to pick that up so high so you couldn't see it, but it's time to trust that animal instinct within you. Honor that Sagittarian part of yourself. Tap into this energy today and get you some, okay? I hope you found this helpful, Divine Feminine. If you haven't already given me a thumbs up, I would have so appreciated, or subscribe to my channel so that you can get notifications so you can see when I post new content, because guess whose turn it is? It is time for our Divine Masculine. And since I decided since Divine Feminine got her tarot first, you know what? Let's just go ahead and roll with it. Divine Masculine, you can get your tarot first too. We're going to do the Chrysalis Tarot. Notice that moon on there. Also, I just want to say my 17-year-old son picked out the cards today. And so here, I just want to play this out for you. I'll explain the rest of them. So we go the Golden Girls, because we're having a solar eclipse. Angels and Ancestors, because this is the sun and the moon, in their Sagittarius sun and moon. And now we are doing the Chrysalis Tarot, because you see the big old moon right there. I'll show you the rest as we go. Just shout out to my baby boy for helping me out. All right, headphone users, let's turn it down for the shuffle. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit, what messages do we have for the divine masculine today? What messages do we have for the divine masculine for this Monday, December 14th, 2020? What messages do we have for the divine masculine, whatever time, date, space, or place they are watching this? And I just want to say, that card came flying out. So divine masculine, that is going to be your message. The Page of Stones. You know, this is what last week we pulled this a ton. This is, you know, getting that new, creating something new, creating something stable, creating something long lasting. You know, Page is new energy. It's young, it's immature energy, but it's also fresh. It's bringing fresh energy to the table, all right? At the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Scrolls, or let me try to remember, the Four of Swords. Yes, the Four of Swords, the Chariot, the Queen of Mirrors, or the Queen of Cups, and the Emperor. So, let's talk about that. Divine masculine. We'll just scoot that up since we don't have a card in the way, right? There we go. All right, let's talk about what you got here, divine masculine. All right, up first, like I said, we have the Page. Page of Swords. So, as I said, wait. Page of Stones. Page of Pentacles. Girl, get your brain in the game. I'm like, wait, that's not what I said. I didn't say Page of Swords. Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. Like I said, this is a brand new adventure. This is something new coming in your way. Something, I would say that you've probably been wanting for a long time. And something that the thing about Page of Pentacles is that this is like ambition and diligence. So that's how I was always taught it. So it's like something that you've been working hard towards, right? Like you've been chasing your ambition towards, all right? So let's see what we have at the bottom of the deck. At the bottom of the deck, at clarifiers, we got Four of Swords, the Chariot, Queen of Cups, and the Emperor. I mean, So, the thing about the Four of Swords is this is, you know, rest. This is recovery. This is recuperation. And then followed by that, you have the Chariot, okay? So it feels like you've been in a period of rest, okay? It feels like you've been in a period of just focusing on yourself, focusing on what you want, focusing on the dreams, the ambitions that you would like to see come true. And I feel like it's now kind of time for that to turn the corner, right? Because now here we got the Chariot, you know, that Cancer energy on the table. This is a new journey. This is a new beginning. This is a fresh new start. Like I said, I feel like this is something new. I feel like there's something new coming your way. It's literally looking right at you. It's heading your direction, right? So you've come from this period of recuperation and rest and regeneration into something coming straight at you. And here's the thing. We have, look there, that Queen of Mirrors. Look at her standing under that moon. I want to say that she in this deck is the Queen of the Witches, Marie Laveau. I want to say that she's Marie Laveau, the Queen of the Witches down in New Orleans. But see how she's standing under that moon. See how she's standing under that full moon. You know, she's releasing what no longer serves her, but she's also tapping into her intuition. And that is who the Queen of Cups is. She is the queen of, you know, your heart. She's the queen of compassion. She's the queen of, when you say the word queen enough, it sounds strange. She's the queen of the things that you love. She's the queen of creating a life you love. So this is the deal. You've been really focusing on yourself. You've been focusing on improving yourself, focusing on your own dreams, you know, juggling. I mean, this is the acrobat, juggling, you know, your hopes, wishes, desires, and dreams, and really focusing on yourself. And now you're on the right path. And now what you've been wanting is coming right at you, baby. The thing that you've been secretly, I mean, secretly or not so secretly, but the things that you dream about, they're about to come to fruition. You're about to have this life of with the things that you've been wanting. Here's the deal, though. You got right beside that the Emperor, Aries energy. The Emperor has a tendency to try to control things. He likes things structured. He likes things just in control, okay? Like he likes things the way he likes them. Does that make sense what I'm trying to say? He's very, I don't want want to say authoritarian, but he is very structured, okay? So I would say with, it's interesting because you have the acrobat here. I kind of love that they're showing you an acrobat. An acrobat is not somebody who's inflexible. An acrobat is somebody who's quite flexible. And that's kind of the message that you're receiving here. The thing that you've been working very hard on to achieve, okay, or something that you've been working on maybe within yourself to help manifest, it is on its way. You see, you've got the watcher. You know, she's watching over your heart. She's protecting your heart. And so this thing that's coming, I would say, try not to put up too many, it feels like there's going to be a test in your boundaries, or it feels like this person is going to, or like maybe you might even put up some walls to this dream that's coming your way, okay? Because like I said, the Emperor likes to be in control, okay? He likes things to be very orderly and control. I would say to remain flexible to this situation. What is coming is something that you have been working on, something that you have been going within yourself and thinking a lot about, spending a lot of time doing the work. It's on its way, and something that, you know, your heart has been guarding and desiring and dreaming of. Try not to have too many expectations. That's the word I'm trying to say. Try not to put too many expectations. That's kind of what the Emperor is known for. He can take a party and micromanage it to death. Okay, so I would say for sure, don't come at the situation with too many expectations, because when you do, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. All right, let's get a little clarity about what the situation is, though. Okay, we're gonna pull from the Moonology Oracle. All right, headphone users, let's turn it down for the shuffle. Nice. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit, what messages do we have for the divine masculine today? What messages do we have for the divine masculine for this Monday, December 14th, 2020? What messages do we have for the divine masculine, whatever time, date, space, or place they are watching this reading? Thank you. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit, what messages do we have for the divine masculine today? Boom, just like that. Full moon in Pisces. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. What's really crazy is y'all don't see that as that card fell out, this card flipped over in my hand, and then you got the new moon in Pisces. You got double Pisces messages here, and I'm going to take them both. You got the full moon and the new moon in Pisces, and this is meditate and contemplate, and it says balance, spirituality, and practicality, which is 100% what the divine feminine, temperance, balance, practicality, and spirituality, high priest, meditate and contemplate. Y'all got the exact reading. That's creepy, actually. I love, okay, I gotta be honest. I love doing twin flame. I love doing the tarot for it. But there's sometimes even I get like, whoa, that's too much. This is too much. It's just, I mean, am I that good, or just the energy's this strong, or what is going on? It's just crazy to me. All right, let's get that full moon in Pisces to start with. Let's see, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. Full moon in Pisces, divine masculine. This says, have you been so head in the clouds that you've lost touch with reality? If so, take this card. It's a sign that you need to pay attention and make a concerted effort to move towards your goals. To be ambitious. Remember, that's what I said. That's what this card is. It's the card of ambition. So, you know, maybe it could be that you're not focusing enough. You know, that is something that this is what this is saying. It could be that you're not focusing enough on the goals that you want. You're not being ambitious enough. And now is the time for you to dive deep into that path that you're supposed to be on. Tap into your own inner self, inner wisdom, inner knowledge, and take control of the situation by manifesting the life that you want. This is why I like pulling the oracle cards. It kind of tells a different story, doesn't it? The more practical steps you take, the better. It's time to find an inner balance between your responsibilities and your dreams, okay? And then let's read about new moon in Pisces, which I'm not thinking is going to be that much different. New moon in Pisces. This card speaks of dreams and romance, of soulmates and poetry. It suggests that there's a new start coming your way. Page of Stones. It suggests that there's a new start coming your way. What did I say? That's connected to a matter that leaves you feeling somewhere between having your head in the clouds and being in a totally altered state. There could be confusion and disappointment if that's what you've had before and that's what you're expecting. However, if you're on to a good thing, then wish hard, because the words of your soul and your heart can help bring about the manifestation of your dreams. Absolutely. The words of your heart, then wish hard, because the words of your heart and soul can bring about the manifestation of your dreams. Look there. I mean, the manifestation of your dreams. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. This is why I love oracle cards, tarot. I mean, I just love tarot. Let's be honest. I just love it. I love the messages the cards tell us. So yeah, divine masculine, y'all are both, twins. You're both in the same kind of headspace, it appears. You both need to be meditating and contemplating. You both need to balance spirituality and practicality. And you both need to, start focusing on what you do want. Stop and don't give any resistance so that you can get on the right. Don't give any resistance so you can get on the right path and create magic. Create the life that you want. Be in control of your destiny. That's the thing about the Emperor showing up. This is, create the life of your dreams, right? He's here to tell you, yes, he is about being in control, but what more beautiful thing to control than your own destiny, right? Tap into your own inner magician. Get that manifestation going on. Listen to that intuition. Quit resisting the knowledge that your higher self is trying to give, okay? This is the same message more or less for both of you. It's pretty stunningly beautiful, honestly. I just really enjoy this message for both of you. Okay, though, let's Divine Masculine. I hope that you found this helpful. Give me a thumbs up if you haven't already. Subscribe to my channel or hit that notification bell to see when I post new content, because guess whose turn it is? I bet y'all know already. It's time for the Divine Twins, Twin Flames. It's your turn. All right, headphone users, let's turn down that volume for the shuffle, because we are going to first pull from the Star Seed Oracle. Oh, okay, so I didn't go over what the decks were about. So obviously, for the Divine Masculine, both of your decks were the Moonology deck and the Chrysalis Tarot with a moon on it. So y'all's was about the moon. And then my son picked the Golden Girls and the Angels and Ancestors, because this is golden for the sun and angels and ancestors for Sagittarius. Okay, so now we move down here to the Twin Flames. And these cards, the first one we got was the Starseed Oracle, because the sun is a star. All right, headphone users, again, let's just turn down that volume while I shuffle. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit, what messages do we have for the Twin Flames today? What messages do we have for the Twin Flames for this Monday, December 14th, 2020? What messages do we have for the Twin Flames and whatever time, date, space, place they are watching this reading? Thank you so very much. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit. Thank you. That was nice and quick. All right, Twin Flames. Let's see what your first message is. Oh. Now, I'm going to probably butcher this word because I've never heard anyone say this word, so I'm not sure how to say it. So we're going to try to say it together, okay? Hiraeth. I'm not sure how to say this. Hiraeth. Hiraeth, maybe? Hiraeth? I'm not sure. What it says is longing for home, homesick for the stars, longing for home, homesick for the stars. Oh, this is gorgeous. Let's see what this is about. This is the first time I'm going to have to, when we get done recording this, I'm going to have to look this up and see, first of all, how to pronounce it, and second of all, more about it. All right, Twin Flames. Hiraeth, maybe? Hiraeth? All right. Hiraeth is the Welsh world. I'm sorry. Hiraeth is a Welsh word that's difficult to translate, but it refers to a certain longing or homesick. Homesickness. A yearning for a home or a place that we cannot return. This is unexplainable, unshakable longing for home is common in starseeds and in old souls. Perhaps you've had it since birth. For some, it's a distant memory of a planet, galaxy, or star system in the universe that their soul remembers and yearns to return to, a place they may have experienced more than Earth. This yearning can lead some starseeds to travel, searching all corners of the planet to find a physical place that feels more like home. For others, it can manifest as a need to find home in people, communities, and relationships. A journey to find somewhere you truly belong. So if you resonate with this yearning for home, but don't really know where home is, hi, I do. Nice to meet you. You're being invited to remember that your soul chose to be here on Earth. You're being called to fully commit to embodying your life. I love this message. You are being reassured that you didn't come here alone and that your soul consciously decided to experience what it's like to be a soul in a human body on this planet at this time. That's a beautiful message, actually. You're being called to anchor all of your presence, your personality, your soul, and your spirit into the here and now, to fully commit to living this life right now, to commit to putting 2 feet firmly in. So, twin flames, how can you commit more fully to your life? That's the message. How can you commit more fully to your life? How can you show up for yourself more fully? Well, I think it's interesting because on both of these, Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine, both of you are being told to meditate, contemplate, and to balance spirituality and practicality. So either you got your head too much in the clouds or not enough, or you got your feet too firmly on the ground or not enough, okay? So either way, they're asking you, how can you commit yourself to living life more wide open, more fully, more present? All right, so let's get a little bit more detailed information about that. We are going to pull from the Getting into the Vortex. And the Vortex was chosen because it sounds kind of astrological. I'm not really sure why my son chose that. I just think it's kind of cool. He thought it sounded cool. All right, headphone users, let's turn down that volume. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit, what messages do we have for the twin flames today? What messages do we have as twin flames for this Monday, December 14th, 2020? What messages do we have for the twin flames? We have time, date, space, or place. They are watching this reading. Thank you so much. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit, Abraham. What messages do we have for the twin flames? We just need one card for the twin flames. Give me one card, please, for the twin flames. Well, you got a bunch, but I'm going to take the first one that actually hit the table, which was this guy right here. So let's see what we got. Thank you. It says it is number 24, which adds up to 6, which is literally 6 in numerology means the balancing of spirituality and practicality. You know, the balance between the material and the spiritual. Yeah, you bet that this message is screaming at you that you need to. And it's interesting because this is, you know, longing for home, homesickness of the stars. This is the High Priestess and the High Priest popping up here. You know, this is y'all saying your intuition is calling you, okay? It says, others' opinions are less important than my personal guidance system. So you see how they have all these outside hands? And he's not looking at them. He's instead looking at his own inside guidance system right here, right? It says, you did not intend to use the opinions of others to measure against your beliefs, desires, or actions in order to determine the appropriateness of them. Instead, you knew that it was the relationship between the opinion or knowledge of source energy within you and your current thoughts in any moment that would offer you the perfect guidance in the form of your emotional guidance system. So all your emotional guidance system is just the relationship between you and the knowledge that you have within your own self that's being provided to you by source energy. There is how do they say this? That the relationship between the opinion or knowledge of the source within you and your current thoughts. So basically, you're having a thought, something's happening, and you're trying to decide what to do. All you have to do is, instead of reacting, Tap into your own self. Tap into your own emotional guidance system. Pause. Take a breath. Take back control of the situation by not reacting. Okay? Because when you react, listen, I'm a Sagittarius. I know a lot about reacting. Okay? We react. I give you this advice, and I have to work very, very hard. Ask my 17-year-old who picked the cards how great I am at responding versus reacting. It's a process, y'all. It's a process, okay? But that's what they're trying to say. Others' opinions are less important than my own personal guidance system. You need to trust your own inner wisdom. This is what we keep talking about. Trusting your own inner wisdom so that you can create this life of magic. You can get on this journey towards it so that you over here, Divine Feminine, can quit resisting your own intuition and be the magician in your own life so that you both can manifest a life that you want. This is high manifestation. This is high manifestation cards, okay? So you're both at the point right now where you're actively working towards manifestation, whether you are aware of it or not. But I feel like if you're watching this video, you're probably very aware of it, okay? But at this moment, both of you are being told it's less about other people's outside influences and opinions. And we talked about this a lot last week. You know, people trying to influence you through coercion or influence, or trying to control you through influence or coercion. And we even talked about last week, because this is the reading for you twins right now, outside opinions affecting your relationship. And so it's interesting because this card right here talks about home. So I have a feeling that this may be a very personal reading for at least one or two of you, but it feels like y'all are letting outside opinions affect where you live or your home life, okay? Y'all are letting other people literally get in your head instead of letting you get into your own emotional guidance system and trust your own intuition. Trust your own intuition. Trust your own intuition. You know the answers. The answers are within you. The answers have never gone anywhere. They've always been there, right there. You are just pushing them away, okay? You're just not listening to yourself. You're apparently, the twins, it feels like you're listening to a lot of other people, okay? And it feels like those whole lot of other people might be jacking up your home life. It may be having something to do with moving, but not necessarily. It could just be your actual home life as a couple and your interactions. It could also be that if you're not in union, that other people's opinions are keeping you from that happening. It could be that even if you've never even met your twin and you haven't gotten into union yet, the reason why that hasn't happened is because these outside opinions are keeping y'all from coming back together, from, merging into, I don't want to say merging. That sounds like you meet and something physiological happens. That's not what I mean to say. But what I mean to say is when your two souls can finally meet and you could finally be, they call the divine sacred matrimony, that remembering of who you are and your purpose of what you came here to be, right? All right, let's get one more set of cards before we close out this reading today. We are going to pull from the Santa Muerte Tarot, and I really don't know why my son picked this, to be honest. I don't know what this has to do with Sagittarius and the sun and the moon. I have no idea. He probably just liked the deck. That's the truth. He's studying Spanish right now in homeschools. It probably has something to do with that. All right, headphone users, let's turn down that volume one last time for the head shuffle. All right, angels, ancestors, guardians, gods, spirit. What messages do we have for the twin flames today? What messages do we have for the twin flames for this Monday, December 14th, 2020? What messages do we have for the twin flames in whatever time, date, space, or place they are watching this reading? Thank you so much. Angels, ancestors, guardians, gods, spirit. We need 3 cards, please, for our twin flames. What messages do we have for the twin flames? All right, up first, 5 of Pentacles, followed by, wow, okay, the 3 of Wands. Jeez, okay, what's happening here? What is happening here? Okay, all right. Angels, ancestors, guardians, gods, spirit. What messages do we have? We just need one more card for our twin flames. One more card on the table, please, for our twin flames. That's just too many. One card, please, for my twin flames. What messages do we have? It looks like that's going to be too many. No, we can work with that. All right. Let's get these two guys a little bit closer here. All right. So next up we have the Wheel of Fortune, followed by the Seven of Wands. Whoa. Whoa. Huh. Okay. Let's get some clarity before I start. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Wands. Y'all, what's happening with y'all? The Nine of Swords, the Four of Swords, and the Six of Swords. Okay, well, and then honestly, right after that, we have the Devil. So there's some anger in this situation. There's something that's causing some kind of stress or anger or something. But let's just kind of, we'll get into that. All right. So let me show you how I read this. We read past, present, future. This card sets between the past and the present. This card sets between the present and the future. And this, as always, cards at the bottom of the deck are the clarifier. Let me have a sip of tea. I gotta think this one out. This is a little tricky. I'm not gonna even try to pretend. I was following along until that Seven of Wands came along, and then that Seven of Wands is throwing me off. But maybe the answer is down there in the clarifiers, and I just don't realize it. But let's play this game anyway, shall we? Yes, even your local tarot reader gets a little stumped sometimes. But that's okay, because the answer is always waiting for us. We just have to play out the cards and see how it goes. So, sitting in the past, we have the Five of Pentacles. So, you know, this is the card of feeling needy and insecure, okay? And it's interesting because it sits right on, now this is the distant past, okay? This is not the recent past. This is the distant past. So it could be more than a week or more ago, okay? This is sitting right under longing for home, homesickness, and we have feeling needy, all right? So this is longing. You've been really, twins, it feels like as a couple, there's something about your home life that has left y'all feeling needy. Maybe you need to make a home together separate of other people. Maybe that's definitely a message I hear right away. But there's something within your home life that isn't connecting. And just like that, I heard a really interesting message. Because the very next card is the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands, when it comes up in this position, it kind of makes me feel like third-party energy, okay? But here's what I think. I feel like the third-party energy is y'all's relationship. I feel like you have your divine feminine and your divine masculine, and y'all are longing for each other. This is the longing. This is the needy. This is the thing you've been wanting and you've been craving and you've been missing, is this feeling of coming home to something that feels familiar, to a soul that knows your soul, that sees you where you're at and recognizes you. And listen, I'm not trying to paint the twin flame journey as beautiful and simple. It is freaking not. So stop thinking that y'all are going to get together and it's all going to be like sunshine and roses and happy. No, the twin flame relationship is here to encourage your soul's evolution, and nobody said that was going to be easy, okay? But regardless, your soul knows that in order to evolve, this relationship is needed, and that's what I'm feeling. See this Three of Wands right here? This is normally third-party energy, but what I feel like what you're longing for is that third-party energy, because this is past coming into the present. So this has been the past week to current. And so, you know, here in the distant past, the recent past, in distant past, I should say, you've had, maybe even before you even knew about the twin flames, or before you even were aware of, it doesn't have to be twin flames. It could be a soul connection, you know, it could be a soulmate of some kind. But there's been some kind of longing, some kind of need that within your soul, a relationship with someone that you're missing. And I think that you're becoming aware that it's your twin flame, or even if it's not your twin flame, it's that relationship. That third party energy is what you're missing. And that third party is the actual union of you two, you know, this one and this one coming together, right? That's the third party. I feel like that's what you're longing for. You're missing, okay? So moving into the present. So this is past coming into present. Now we got present coming into future. So here we are sitting in the present, the Wheel of Fortune. Still, the Wheel of Fortune is sitting, well, hang on. I did forget to mention something here. Hang on. we did forget to mention others' opinions are less important than my personal guidance system. You know, this is sitting right here over the Three of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. What's interesting about that is I feel like you are aware of this yearning that you have, for this relationship that you haven't achieved. I feel like even some of you are in relationships with other people, and you know that even if that relationship never ends, that there is a soulmate coming in, or a twin flame, or some type of relationship that you're meant to experience coming, and you can feel it coming. And you may be letting that talk you out of it because you're in a relationship. It doesn't mean you're going to cheat on this person, okay? I'm not saying that's going to happen. Please don't mistake what I'm saying. Please take it for what it's worth, what I'm saying. It could be that you're trying to push back, this pushback. It could be you're pushing back on that because you are in a relationship with someone else. It could be that you're pushing back on it because you've heard other people tell you about the twin flame journey and how hard it can be. And let me recommend to you, if that's a belief you have, two beautiful, lovely, and amazing, talented, wonderful women named Dove and Nicole. They're at Twin Flame Revolution here on YouTube and on Facebook and on Instagram, and I'll bet you on Twitter, but I don't know because I'm not on Twitter. But Dove and Nicole, Twin Flame Revolution, they are amazing, and they will teach you anything you need to know about the twin flame journey and how to navigate it and to release those fears, okay? So it could be that you have some fears about this relationship coming in because of stories you've been told in the past, and that's causing some blockage, some resistance to allowing that to come in. But whatever it is, it's time for you to let that go, because the Wheel of Fortune is on the table. And, the Wheel of Fortune, that's a Sagittarius, Pisces energy. Like I said, this is present coming into future. Interestingly enough, not only are we in Sagittarius season, but we are at the end of the age of Pisces. A week from today is the great conjunction between Saturn and Jupiter when they are less than 1 degree apart, and they are moving into 0 degrees Aquarius. And this is what we call the age of Aquarius. So it is trying to tell you, listen, you can keep fighting this feeling that you're having, or you can keep letting these obtrusive thoughts get in your head and cause resistance to this relationship that's trying to come in. Or you can just understand that there's nothing you can do about it. Quit creating a resistance because you're just delaying the inevitable, and allow for it to happen, okay? The Wheel of Fortune is the end of a cycle, the beginning of a new one. So yeah, there is something new coming in, all right? And you need to trust your own intuition, trust your own inner guidance system, because you're letting other people's opinions or even a relationship you're in impact what is trying very hard to come in. Because now, here in the future, we have the Seven of Wands. Okay, now, how do I want to say this? Okay, so the Seven of Wands is being like defensive, or even maintaining control. And kind of in a way, the Seven of Wands and the Emperor kind of go hand in hand. So it's like you're still trying to maintain control because of these outside influences, okay? And you want this to be the way you want it to be. I would encourage you not to. I would encourage you to let these voices of whoever you hear in your head go, because your inner guidance system is the one that's in control here. You have no control over the situation. This is trying to maintain defense and maintain control, and you can't. The more you try to maintain control, the worse off rails you're going to go. You need to understand the only thing you can maintain control over is your own personal vibration that you are offering to anybody at any given time. So just allow your soul to steer you in the way. The only person that should be maintaining control right here is your higher self, okay? Allow your higher self. Your higher self right here, this inner guidance system, is the only advice that you need to be taking. That's the only advice that you need to be taking. Allow that to steer. And it's kind of cool because you got the Wheel of Fortune here. Speaking of steering that wheel, right? Allow that inner guidance system to steer it. Okay, so look at the bottom of the deck. We have the Two of Swords. We have the Nine of Swords. We have the Four of Swords. And we have the Six of Swords. So it feels like you have been, blocking this new thing coming in, twins. You have, just been like completely resistant to it. And in fact, it's it's coming. Like there's like, as much as you try to block it, you can't, and you're aware of it. You're trying, but you can't, because look, it's coming. You keep trying to be like, nah, 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 I don't hear you. Well, it's fine. You can keep doing that, but it's still on its way. And the thing is you know it's on its way, and that's what this Nine of Swords is about. It's about losing sleep. It's about worrying. It's about this resistance that's causing you to lose sleep. And then you have the Four of Swords. So we move from losing sleep, fighting the situation, to you finally giving way and just releasing resistance, resting, allowing it to come, letting yourself heal and letting life flow without resistance. And then the very, very last card here we have Six of Swords. You know, this is that moving on. This is that leaving behind. This is that getting out of this space, this resistant, moving on and receiving what you're meant to receive. This is leaving behind this fear. Because look, this is swords, 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 swords. This is all about your thoughts and being in your head. This is leaving behind these thoughts that are literally in your head and trusting your own inner guidance system. Only allowing your inner guidance system to be in charge and steer this course. That is the only thing that should be steering this course right now, is your own inner guidance, the system that comes from source energy within you, okay? The quickest way that you're going to get feeling like you're back home is to quit fighting it. Quit losing sleep over it. In fact, let's get some sleep on the situation. Let's rest and allow what is to be, okay? That was a very long reading. I hope you stuck around for it. And if you did, I want you to know I think you're amazing. I think you're awesome. And I really, really, really love you. I appreciate you being here. I post new content Monday through Friday, so I hope you will come back. And until the next time I see you, Twin Flames, know how much I love you, and I hope you keep on praying. Bye, y'all.